Title: The Haunting at Blackwood Manor, Part 1, Arrival. The rain poured relentlessly as John and Emily drove down the winding, narrow road that led to Blackwood Manor. The couple had inherited the old mansion from John's distant relative, an eccentric millionaire who had passed away under mysterious circumstances. As they approached the looming, dark silhouette of the mansion, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. The mansion, built in the 19th century, stood as a testament to a bygone era. Its ornate architecture and overgrown gardens exuded an eerie charm. Emily shivered as they stepped out of the car and gazed up at the imposing structure. "This place gives me the creeps, John," she whispered, clutching her coat tightly around her. "I know, Em, but it's our chance for a fresh start," John replied, trying to sound more confident than he felt. His job loss and mounting debts had left them with few options. Part 2. The Unsettling Presence. From the moment they entered Blackwood Manor, they felt the oppressive weight of its history. The air was thick with the scent of old books and secrets. The previous owner's obsession with the occult was evident in the countless shelves of dusty tomes and bizarre artifacts. Strange occurrences began almost immediately. Whispers echoed through the hallways, and shadows seemed to move of their own accord. Emily felt cold spots in various parts of the house, and John's sleep was disturbed by chilling nightmares. One evening, as they explored the mansion's labyrinthine basement, they stumbled upon a hidden room filled with disturbing paintings. Each one depicted a gruesome scene, people being tortured, grotesque monsters, and symbols they couldn't decipher. The room's walls seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy, and they quickly retreated. Part 3. The Dark Past. Desperate to uncover the truth about Blackwood Manor, John delved into its history. He discovered that the mansion had been built by the enigmatic Samuel Blackwood, a man rumored to have made a pact with dark forces in exchange for wealth and power. Samuel's descendants had suffered a series of tragedies, including suicides, madness, and unexplained deaths. The mansion had been abandoned for decades, its dark reputation keeping even the bravest souls at bay. The more John learned, the more he became convinced that something evil resided within the house. Emily begged him to leave, but he was determined to unearth the secrets hidden in the depths of Blackwood Manor. Part 4. The Paranormal Investigator. Desperate for answers, John contacted a renowned paranormal investigator named Professor Eleanor Hartman. Eleanor arrived with an array of high-tech equipment and a skeptical demeanor. She had seen it all, or so she thought. The first night of investigation was uneventful, but as Eleanor delved deeper into the house's history, she uncovered a shocking revelation. Samuel Blackwood had indeed made a pact with dark forces, and the mansion was a nexus for supernatural energy. Eleanor explained that this energy was feeding off John and Emily's fear and anxiety, growing stronger with each passing day. She warned them that they needed to confront their deepest fears if they were to stand a chance of banishing the malevolent presence. Part 5. Confrontation. As days turned into weeks, the paranormal activity escalated. Doors slammed shut, objects levitated, and ghastly apparitions appeared in the dead of night. Emily's terror grew, but John became determined to confront whatever lurked in the shadows. With Eleanor's guidance, they performed a ritual to draw out the malevolent entity. It was a night of unimaginable horror as they faced their darkest fears and memories. The mansion seemed to come alive, its walls twisting and contorting as if they were trapped in a nightmare. In the end, they succeeded in banishing the malevolent presence, but at a great cost. John and Emily were forever changed, their minds scarred by the horrors they had witnessed. Part 6. Departure. With the evil vanquished, Blackwood Manor stood silent and empty once more. John and Emily decided to leave, the weight of the mansion's dark history too much to bear. They sold the mansion to a developer who planned to tear it down and build a modern housing complex. As they drove away from Blackwood Manor for the last time, John couldn't help but glance back at the imposing structure. It seemed to sigh with relief, as if it had finally been freed from the curse that had plagued it for so long. The rain had stopped, and a weak sun peeked through the clouds. John and Emily knew they would carry the memories of their time in Blackwood Manor with them forever, a reminder that some horrors were all too real. The end.